are ready for episode 5 of Model See the Light. Welcome everybody. This episode we're going to talk about the sisterhood.
Yes.
A very beautiful topic and so important, and it's actually something I recently discovered, and I think Annette, you already discovered it a little bit earlier than I did.
Yeah, so what is the sisterhood? What does it mean to truly support and empower women? And I think in both our journeys as women in the industry and in modeling, and just, being attractive young women in all girls schools or just in general, we get plotted against each other, and there's this ingrained sense of competition and lack, whereby we need to compete with one another or compare ourselves to one another in order to survive. Because of this patriarchal society where it was a way of keeping women small, because when we work together, we are much more powerful. And you see that with men, where in business and in brotherhood, they're always supporting each other, they're always giving each other deals, they build each other up in business, and that's why they're currently running most of the major corporations and governments. And so for me, a huge aspect of what this work is about truly empowering and feeling grateful and happy and excited about our women rising.
Yeah, and I think we are called Model See the Light, so I will talk about a little bit the industry that I've been working in the most years of my life. And in the modeling industry, it's such a competitive industry that I was only surrounded by girls that were competing with me, and I was competing with them, and I was always thinking who's better or who's more beautiful, and it came to a part that I didn't even have any female friends because I didn't trust them. I didn't want to hang out with them. Also because I had a bad image about models, because I always thought they're stupid, they don't speak English, they don't have a good education, like all these bad things that I thought about models. Well, actually I was a model. So how can I be proud of myself, and how can I love my body if I even don't like other models?
Yeah, this is so interesting because we've just had a breakthrough in this whole brand, and I admitted to Iggy that the logo, things I wasn't feeling, like I was feeling triggered by it, and I'd watched this video about business and how often the work that we're meant to do, like our true purpose, is the things that trigger us the most. It's our core wounding. And for us, putting ourselves on this platform can be very triggering. Like I kept stopping her from releasing episode 4 because I had to really speak about harassment and the shit that happened to me when I was younger, and I realized while I was sharing it, there was still some pain there, but ultimately I'm speaking from experience, and that's why it's so impactful, because it's so true and it's so real for me, and therefore it can be a source of hope or inspiration for other women. And so with Model See the Light, I'm kind of looking at it with this fresh perspective of, this is genuinely the work that I'm really feeling called to, and where I feel have the most sort of impact and be of service to other young women, because I know what it feels like to want to be that beautiful model, to compete with the other women, to be famous. I mean, I feel so much shame about it now because I've been on this spiritual journey where it's all about, keeping small and not wanting to be big, and, not being too pretty, like not wearing makeup, always staying humble, whilst like the superstar in me was like, damn, I want to be a star, I want to be doing shows, I want to be, in photo shoots, I love feeling beautiful and glamorous, I love fashion, and I'm now encompassing my whole self, and this platform is a way for me to, I think, heal those shameful parts of me and speak from a place of genuine happiness for who I am today.
Yeah, and I think that's also where the sisterhood comes in, because you can be vulnerable and you can share with your sisters. That's why there's a sisterhood and women's circles, so you can be honest and raw and real and don't feel like you have to step on somebody's toes or on your own, or just hold yourself back, because that's when the problems inside of you come and the toxic body comes from. So I did a woman's retreat before I met Annette, and my teacher there really taught me to what the power is of women that surround each other with their energy, because she told me that women with breast cancer heal 2 times faster when they have a sisterhood around them. Women that don't have any female contact or female energy around them, they get depressed, they feel sick, they feel ill, they close their hearts. So, and it's hard because we live in a masculine world, and I've been surrounded by only men because I just thought like women are bitches, women are jealous, I can't trust women, so I'll surround myself with men because it's so much easier to be surrounded with men. They don't talk about, behind my back, they don't cheat, they take me out. Like, it's much more fun to go out with men.
And yet now, like living together and, you know, Iggy coming to the Moon Lodges where we have women coming and sharing their stories, you realize how much we're yearning for that feminine presence and for that genuine trust between women, because that's our core wound in our culture, is the plotting of women against women, which is keeping us in this like insecure place where we don't feel like we can be so beautiful or so loud or so bright, because it might make the other girls feel like challenged or insecure or attack you. And something that we really want to talk about is truly feeling happy for your woman's success and for your friend's success. And I mean, this is a daily practice, especially, you know, when we're going to castings together and we're both trying to get the same job and someone else gets it and it's your friend, and it's like, how do you genuinely feel happy that that person got that job or got that boyfriend that maybe you fancied, or, you know, is very successful in her business? And I think we have to break this cycle of lack mentality and fear that there's not enough, and practice feeling joyful and genuine excitedness at the rising of the beautiful women goddesses. And our pictures.
Yeah, I still want to add to that also. When you feel jealous or you envy somebody, I always look back, because I forgot that, because you are so drawn into that other person, like, why does she has that, or why does she has an amazing body, why don't I do have that? But then you have to really look back at your own life and look back what you already have. Be grateful, you know. We mostly forget what we have already accomplished, and I think that really helps me to really look back.
It's so true. That's that social media world we live in, where we're constantly comparing to the next best thing. And my good friend Emery, bless you, Angel, she gave me this analogy between jealousy and envy, and how, you know, jealousy is when we think someone's going to take something from us, like a woman who's flirting with our husband, or, you know, there's a potential threat that there could be something we lose, whilst envy is in fact looking at someone and feeling triggered by them, because actually there's a part of us that knows we're capable of being where they are or having what they have. Yes, and these are actually our expanders. And we should see women who are rising and who are successful as inspiration for what we are capable of.
And surround yourself with your expanders. Yes.
Bring
Don't
them
be
in.
Afraid. Bring the most beautiful girls in your circle, and, you know, just hang out with them, talk to them, learn. And also, again, don't forget, you are unique too. Nobody is like you. Nobody had the same childhood like you. Nobody had the same experience like you. Nobody traveled like you. Nobody saw different things that you did. Like, don't forget, you are so unique. You are a true unique person, and nobody's gonna be like you.
Yeah. And that's it, really. I think that's the most important ending, is that we're not competing, because there's something for everyone, and there's a specific lover, job, place, beauty, which is so unique and so individual. And if if we can truly embrace our wholeness with all of the aspects of who we are, we can feel at peace knowing that, you know, I am the best self that I can be, and I don't need to worry about anyone else, and I can genuinely be like, yay, my sisters are.
Yes. So one
Okay.
thing to close this episode is maybe how can you truly find that happiness? Go and look for women's circles in your neighborhood. Try to find a sisterhood. There's so many apps. There's so many websites available where you can find a sisterhood. You know, they're out there, trust me. And you'll find them if you're looking for them.
Yeah, so healing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys. See you next time.